Hey, good morning. Hey, I'm on my morning walk, walking up this road. Got my Nordic poles here with me. I just want to jump in here real quick and tell y'all I wear my hat backwards. You know why I do that? I wear my hat backwards so I can fully take in God's glory and the sunshine when it starts rising over the trees in the morning. It's such a blessing, so awesome. But look, that's not why I jumped on here. I jumped on here because I started a book this week. Now I've mentioned it in here a couple of times, but it's called All Things New. And I started it this week because we had a middle school group at our house Sunday night, and they did a Ask Me Anything with the leaders that were hosting it. And the questions came up: what happens after we die? And what's heaven going to be like? And so, and one of those questions was for my son. And so I'd had that book on my list to read, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to pull this out, and I'm gonna read it. And one of the first things he says in the book is he said something that was disturbing to me. I didn't know. Is depression is the #1 cause of disability worldwide. And I know there's cases where that's has to be that way. There's imbalances, but I think there's a lot of times where it doesn't have to be that way. And I really encourage you, if you deal with depression sometimes, and obviously a lot of you do, and it's not something that I haven't dealt with either, and I don't deal with. I write these things. I wrote on the end of this. I write these things for me. People are a lot of times asking me, like, man, how do you do that all the time? I'm like, well, I'm writing them for me and you as well, but I need it as much as you do. So I encourage you to read the post today, take the action steps, and go back. I think a post I wrote a couple of days ago got kind of missed in the traffic or whatever. It had been 2 days ago, July 23rd, and I encourage you to read that as well. Do those. I referenced it in the post today. But anyway, I want you to do that because I think it can be a game changer for you. I really think it can be a game changer for you. So anyway, that's just wanted to share that. As far as my update, a couple of things. I'm doing great. I walked 3 miles yesterday. First time I've walked that far. And I have felt good enough to do it. I just hadn't done it. Mainly one reason is because of the time. It takes me about 45 minutes. And a lot of times I don't have that much time. I got to get up, run kids around, get to work, stuff like that. But I did. See the sun? Look at that sun coming up. Is that not awesome? I went to the doctor yesterday for my checkup, and I got to come off one of my medications. So praise God for that. And he said I was doing really well. At the end of the next month, I go back for echocardiogram, which is really going to tell more about how I'm progressing. So appreciate your prayers, appreciate your concerns, and you guys asking me about it. Anyway, but that's not the main purpose. My main purpose is to get you to look at the post this week, because I think it can be a game changer for you. It's been a game changer for me. It's funny, every year that I've been on this journey, it's like there's a book that God just kind of explodes for me, makes it stand out. And there's a couple of songs that kind of become my theme songs. I think I shared last year, my theme song was Do It Again by Elevation Worship. This year it seems to be Who You Say I Am by Hillsong. It's in the post today. And Not Today Satan by KB. Love those two songs. The book that's jumping out to me this year is Romans. A couple years ago it was Daniel, but man, this week The things I've been reading in Romans and hearing has been unbelievable. So I hope that blesses you, gives you some encouragement, and just a little armor, this little weapon in your armor to fight the battle of not. You can get depressed, you can get down, but don't stay down. All right? People need you. God bless. Love you.